and we welcome you to E.F.W Conflict Live, back at our spiritual home, right here in the compound in lively Liverpool. And Owen, what a night we have tonight.
Oh yeah, a lot going on. I mean, a lot has happened. We're going to take a quick look back here at the chaos that unfolded at Riot when Adrian Goldman decided the fighting champ, in speech marks, was due a match at Riot.
Well, an outrageous call by our CEO, the mad scientist Adrian Goldman. Let's take a look back at the iconic Riot 10. My God, what an announcement! Adrian Goldman has just dropped a bomb on the leader of Magnum Opus.
Look at the fury on Snake's face. Gloating about winning that championship. Adrian Goldman saying he had a feeling he'd ruin Riot doing so, has put him in a match here, opening the show, and his title is on the line.
Oh wait, the dog with a huge clothesline to
Burns.
There he is, Burns is the first out. He's been looking in trouble for a while, and the man from Memphis.
He is the smallest man in that ring. He's going to have the hardest time lifting anyone over that top rope.
Well, we know the freakish.
Oh wait, Bowen just went out thanks to Kobayashi.
Kobayashi, still determined it seems to get.
Oh wait,
it's there.
Super kick by the dog. We will have a new E.F.W champion, and I bet Adrian Goldman
by the dog
is opening the champagne early tonight.
Look at that kick by the dog, literally super kicking Snake out of the ring.
Well, we're down to 5, and one of these men will become the new new E.F.W champion. Do you think the dog? Oh, he's just eliminated Kobayashi.
Kobayashi has gone. The dog is on a hot streak. Is this the man from Memphis' moment?
Oh, big drop kick from Crazy Hammer.
E.F.W champion tonight at Riot 10.
Wait, Jerry Buckley has just
eliminated
the hot start. The dog. We're going to get a replay on that one.
And there we go. Well, perhaps his shirt was a spoiler. But oh my God, it's gone. Crazy Hammer just manhandled him out of the ring. It's down to 2. It's Buckley and Hammer.
Who will be triumphant?
Oh, no way. Not like
Powerbomb position, surely not.
Powerbomb out the ring.
He does.
Sayonara.
He has. Crazy Hammer, the new E.F.W champion. And you can bet out of all these people that it could have been, that's going to be the one that sticks in the craw of Snake the most.
I can't believe it, his most hated rival.
The 5th ever E.F.W champion.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Iconic scenes at Riot 10, where Crazy Hammer, the Japanese veteran and the nemesis of Snake, became the new E.F.W heavyweight champion. I'm Max Radix, alongside, of course, my broadcast partner, the illustrious NEW World Heavyweight Champion, Erwin. And Erwin, I mean, crazy scenes at Riot 10. It has fundamentally changed the game here in E.F.W.
Yep.
And the response for tonight has just been, well, frankly, potentially upsetting again.
Yeah, the locker room has been shaken up. I mean, a complete surprise at Riot 10, except those that were called by Adrian Goldman to participate in that match. Snake had no idea, as did we. Had no idea either.
Completely unannounced, of course.
We have a new champion here.
Absolutely. I mean, Adrian Goldman always used Snake to open the show, and well, that was a mad scientist response. We're going to kick things off here tonight with some tag team action. It's going to be Scott Burns and Bones versus Kobayashi and the Dog, the oddball team that just keeps a swinging. But there's a couple of interesting stipulations here. Scott Burns and Bone, of course, beat the EOD Erwin last week in their first first outing as a team, and Kobayashi and the Dog, who had ironically a chance against a tag team champion, stolen away from them.
Also beat E.O.D. last week.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to question whether Adrian Goldman, it seems, has backed the wrong horse there, because Burns and Bourne and Kobayashi and the Dog have been arguably a lot more successful as a tag team so far here in E.F.W. Well, this is Scott Burns. It's 5'10 and 290. I mean, old school meets new school with this young man. A tremendous start to his E.F.W. career. Shades of Harley Racing, this young man.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's an incredible athlete to watch in that ring. And him and Bourne, as strange as the tag team are, both great athletes here, both quite relative newcomers to the game.
Absolutely. I mean, Bourne, of course, obsessed with tables. Scott Burns came in the same time as Gene Taylor, and their rivalry was heated, to say the least, early on in both these men's careers. Now they've finally both found their own feet here and moved on, and could be an interesting team to watch for the future, Bourne and Burns. Two conflicting styles that seem to mesh rather well. You couldn't wish for two more different backgrounds either. I mean, Scott Burns, All-Star State at Cleveland, Ohio, and of course Bourne, a sprinter from Ghana, West Africa, and 5'10", 240, and a little bit obsessed with table matches. I think that one's been firmly established early on in his E.F.W. career.
Yeah, I mean, seems to enjoy the pain. Doesn't always win them, but enjoys being in them nonetheless. Maybe he'd think differently if he met Troy Webster, but yeah, Bourne has had some ups and downs, but has always shown a tremendous fight in that ring.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's fair to say a lot of potential in this kid. Our first ever performer from Ghana, West Africa, and he's made quite a name for himself already here in E.F.W. The fans already appreciate this man's gifts and his effort, because he's lacking in neither, I can assure you of that. One of our best finds, I think, in one of our recent recruitment drive, Erwin Bourne.
Yeah, definitely.
Tremendous addition to the locker room. Two very bright futures ahead. Scott Burns and Bourne.
Two very interesting tag teams here in this matchup as well.
Absolutely. I mean, you couldn't wish for four more conflicting styles here, and here you see the veteran in this one by a long stretch of the way. It's Kobayashi, the self-proclaimed TV champion. Another New Japan veteran here, 5'10", 230 from Osaka, Japan. Of course, former TV champion, former European champion. Now a stalwart member of the E.F.W. locker room, and who thought they would ever say that about Kobayashi?
128 days with that TV championship, when he did hold it and didn't have it spray painted on his shirt. But very proud of that run. Arguably had that European championship stolen away from him.
I think you could definitely make that argument, Erwin. I mean, he'd only just and so won the belt, and then was forced to essentially defend it the next night. I mean, I think we both remember when the European title was originally brought into play here in E.F.W. The stipulation was that it had to be defended twice within 30 days, and Kobayashi had already meeting that minimum requirement.
Well, yeah, and then was still forced into another match, and that was when he lost it.
And the Dog, the man from Memphis, 6'3" and 220 pounds. Memphis, Tennessee.
Opportunities for these two, it seems constant in their career so far.
Absolutely. I mean, Kobayashi and the Dog, an oddball team, to say the very least, but a tremendously successful one. Have had early success against the OD, the other big team here in, well, the so-called big team here in E.F.W.
Yeah, the equal opportunity destroyers, in my opinion, are getting some push from the back that as a tag team they might not deserve. But again, I think that question has had a loud enough voice, which has led to this match tonight.
Yeah, well, Kobayashi and Burns here to kick things off. Two strong styles, one veteran, one rookie. Kobayashi will not take Burns lightly here.
Fireman's carry there.
And that patented GBH neck wrench to follow up. Classic tag team rules here in the E.F.W. Bob Turner, of course, our senior official, overlooking this one. And a good start here by Kobayashi.
Strong attack.
Big suplex there, planning Scott Burns into that ring, and follows up with a huge elbow right to the heart of Burns. And Kobayashi, one of the founding members of Strong Style, here countered by Burns, who now goes for that submission move, and it's a half Boston Crab.
Not locked in tight enough.
No. Countered by Kobayashi, who had that one well scouted. Burns there with a counter, that big elbow. Take that.
Big face buster there.
Excellent face buster there by Burns.
Makes a tag to Bourne.
Again, we've seen this before from Bourne and Burns. Excellent communication, despite the fact they have not any real experience as a tag team. Bourne missed there with the big elbow. Kobayashi, the veteran, had that one well scouted, rolled out the way. Absolutely hard right hand.
Brain buster from Kobayashi there.
Who now makes a tag to the dog.
Surprisingly seeing a little bit of a boo from the audience there. I don't know if that's just because of that behind Bourne.
Well, yeah, it's incredibly well thought of, it seems, by the E.F.W. faithful. Bourne, I think they just admire the young man's work ethic. However, great manoeuvre there by the dog.
I can't tell if that was a face buster or a gut buster, but it was effective.
Oh yeah, so I think it was a face buster. I think you were right the first time, but definitely was effective. Springboard. There we are. Forearm smash right across the head there of the Bourne, and now the dog making sure he keeps on top of this positive young man. Goes for that dragon sleeper. Made famous, of course, by the legendary Dynamite Kid.
Bourne breaking out. Looking for a suplex of his own. Couldn't lift the dog there.
Did the second time. Big suplex by Bourne.
Lively crowd here in Liverpool tonight.
Yeah. This raucous partisan crowd here firmly. I think they're kind of unsure about who to cheer for here, Owen. Now Bourne getting a chorus of boos after his attack on the dog. Top rope tope.
Yeah, very mixed audience here tonight from the sound of things. German suplex.
Beautifully executed by Bourne. I mean, his technical skill base is getting better every single week. You're tying that speed of this kid, of course, his sprinting background, and well, it's a dangerous combination.
Dragging the dog away from Kobayashi before making
presence.
a tag to Burns.
Burns now. That smash mouth style. Nothing fancy from Burns, but it all hurts. Dog though, inverted DDT.
Dog, of course, having the height advantage in this match.
Of course, the experience factor as well. Kobayashi and the dog have a lot more ring time than both Burns and Bourne.
Yeah, in singles competition and tag.
Big backdrop by Burns. As I said, nothing fancy from this young man, just hard-hitting offense. What a counter by Burns.
Yeah, the dog came flying in with a clothesline, but Burns was ready and sent him right over the top rope here.
Just a little step quicker. This is what we mean in old school meeting new.
Count out begins.
Corkscrew DDT there, right on that wafer thin mat.
Deposits the dog back inside the ring. Count is stopped. Dog makes a tag to Kobayashi. Huge front drop kick. But Scott Burns just blocking him at every chance here.
Absolute flurry here by both men.
Finally gets a front drop kick in again. Picking up a head of steam now.
Counter after counter after counter. The veteran finally gets the better of a resilient Scott Burns.
I'm going for a signature of Kobayashi, that deadlift German suplex.
Absolutely sensational gut wrench from the ground, that deadlift German. We've seen that move win matches, Erwin.
Oh yeah, but doesn't think it's enough for Burns. Oh, and that might be why.
He's double A tough, is this kid.
Kobayashi a second quicker there.
Oh!
Reverse suplex.
Big reverse suplex by Kobayashi, who makes a blind tag. Excuse me, Burn makes a blind tag to Bourne. Oh, flying lariat, that speed advantage.
Oh, but Kobayashi caught him coming in on the second one.
All his experience. Oh, panic DDT by Bourne. Kobayashi just got right back up. I think that pain spike.
Yes, driven back down with another shot to the face from Bourne.
Oh, wait a minute.
Has the arm locked
that
in,
bridge
but
down
clearly
bar.
on the ropes here.
That bridge down bar. Well, Spencer's allowing it.
Somehow, if he can see it, I don't know how he couldn't see it.
Well, the 5-second rule, Erwin. I mean, it did apply.
Oh yeah, it was broken.
How much damage was done?
Oh,
that unique submission maneuver from Bourne. Oh, counters
flurry
the
of reversals here.
Oh,
what a backdrop!
I think it's impressive how both these teams, considering their lack of experience, have had each other very well scattered in this one tonight here, Erwin.
Oh, Bones! That could be over right there. But the dog quickly in to break things up. Catches Scott Burns.
Well, the bone breaking knee by the youngster, not enough.
And misses again with an elbow drop. Kobayashi could capitalise here, but perhaps a bit dazed from that quick attack there from Bourne.
Oh, counter there by Kobayashi, right back into the corner. Chaos has erupted here. Oh, tornado DDT from the middle rope.
I think Burns and the dog battling on the outside.
Brawling on the outside, yeah. Burns and the dog clearly. Oh, had issues throughout all this one, of course. Their rivalry been well documented here in E.F.W. I think the dog got the better of that one.
And Kobayashi missed him with an over at the top rope torpedo. Bourne back in this.
Oh.
Going for a pin.
I think Bourne could be on his own here, but he may not need his partner Burns too. Finally the dog gets into the ring, but Kobayashi had enough left in the tank on his own. Kick to the spine there by Bourne, keeping the pressure well applied.
Oh, Scott Burns attacking the dog on the outside. Over the top rope torpe on the inside.
Yeah, Scott Burns finally back to his feet, and the cheap shot, it has to be said, on the dog, finally back into the corner. Kobayashi now powering out with those strong legs, those hard kicks made famous by that New Japan veteran, of course. Dog now back in the ring, surrounded himself by the territories of Memphis in his youth.
Bourne here. Walking into that one, under over suplex.
Well, Bourne firmly put in the doghouse. Oh, scoop slam.
And Bourne's looking up to Scott Burns, but not quick enough with the tag.
Yeah, Bournes went for the blind tag, but Burns not ready for it that time. This gives Dog a chance to apply the patented GB8 neck wrench to strain on the neck and the head there of the Bourne.
And the Dog quick to cut off Bourne, beginning to create some distance here.
Oh dear lord.
What a kick.
Flying headbutt. Stalking his prey. Waiting, watching.
Oh, but Bourne quick to counter that one. Oh, and a kick of his own. Right to the face of the Dog, who could be out right there. Bourne psyching himself up in the corner. Looking to roll the bones once more.
Oh!
That's got to be it.
That has to be all. Surely Turner finally down and I think initially staggered by the shot.
Oh, and Kobayashi caught by Scott Burns right at the end there.
Yeah, that flying cutter from Burns stopping Kobayashi from making the interference, but there you go. Their second win in a row as a team, ladies and gentlemen.
Impressive stuff to kick things off here in the compound.
Well, get this means Bourne and Burns, Erwin, are undefeated as a tag team. so far here in E.F.W. Two matches as a team, 2 wins. It's official, folks. These 2 guys might be one to watch in the tag team division.
And this now means they face E.O.D. for that shot. And I've got a question, does that mean they get a shot at Magnum Opus for the championships after how long it's now been? Or is it still just the standard tag team match that it was first stipulated as?
I think that's a very good question, Erwin. These 2 men will go on to face the E.O.D. and only time will tell if the shot against the tag team champions is now up for grab. I mean, we have been told that that will be a straight up title shot, so we know that much, but you have to argue right now, Erwin, that the E.O.D. are frankly not worthy of such an opportunity.
Well, yeah, I think you're right there. We move on with the night into, well, what's quite clearly going to be a heavy hitting match.
Oh yeah, I mean,
European champion faces one of the best in that ring, Ray Sullivan, here tonight.
Well, yeah, Kamal, the new European champion, faces a potential contender here tonight in hard time paying Ray Sullivan. And if Ray Sullivan wins this one, he will become the official #1 contender for the European gold. I mean, E.O.D. have got a lot to prove. I mean, we've speculated about them already tonight, and a singles win for Sullivan may go somewhere to silencing their critics. But it has to be said, Erwin, both Haku Ross and Ray Sullivan have performed much better in singles action than they have as a team.
Well, that's very true, but that Iron Man match against the Crow that Kamal won that championship in, he went from being 1-0 down to 2-1 up, which got him that title, and in such amazing fashion.
Yeah, oh wait a minute, Ray Sullivan not coming alone here. The E.O.D. out in force tonight, a show of unity here with their newest member, the Enigma Dallas Rage. Ray Sullivan, hard time pain, 6'5", 250 pounds, originally from Kingstown, Jamaica, 2-time All-American, arguably Erwin, alongside of course his partners Haku and Rage, the strongest man in the E.F.W. locker room today, pound for pound.
Dallas Rage definitely a member of E.O.D. officially now. He has one of the shirts.
Well, yeah, I think it's been speculated for the last few weeks here, Erwin, and that shirt confirms it. In my eyes at least, Dallas Rage has joined E.O.D. So perhaps they're not as dead in the water as some have been saying here, because Dallas Rage has not been too friendly in the past and must clearly see something in E.O.D. And here is Erwin, our new E.F.W. European champion, Kamal.
Yeah, absolutely incredible victory once again that got him that championship. Tremendous victory out of nowhere, out of the blue. And out for blood it seems, 5'11" and 236 pounds. Kamal, originally from Kenya, now resides, as many of our E.F.W. talent does, in Liverpool. But what an impressive start to this young man's career. And I've heard that you finally managed to acquire a Liverpool talent as of late, which was why you weren't able to make one of the shows this week. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we can't say too much right now. I mean, Adrian Goldman one for surprises, but yeah, we've been utilising Liverpool as a base for E.F.W. well since the very beginning. We thought it was about time that we got someone to represent these great fans. So we've found one of Liverpool's best, and I look forward to that young man's debut. I'm getting told to shut up now, so... Well, that should certainly be interesting, as should this matchup. European champion not wasting any time. Not at all. That tremendous speed and power by Kamal will mean that Ray Sullivan is not in for an easy night. What a belly-to-belly that was. Big elbow by Sullivan. Oh, but a huge shot from Kamal. Yeah, Kamal responds. Off. Of course, this workhorse title has a lot
of respect and a lot of history in the back. There's a lot of tough competitors here, Erwin. Oh my God, the manoeuvre that was. Backdrop clothesline almost. From the leg though.
Absolutely incredible stuff. Kamau on a roll here.
Big double axe handle, a lot of tough men fighting for this title, and right now one tough man is getting the better of another because Kamau with that double axe handle is all over hard time pitting Ray Sullivan, who's in hard time trouble here. Oh!
Well, coming into this match, I was thinking how much Kamau may be damaged from his battle with Crow. It seems he's doing quite well at the moment.
Yeah, kick to the spine to Sullivan. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, surely not. Wait!
Oh!
Reversed into a DDT by Ray Sullivan.
I think Kamau was going for a hellacious powerbomb on that guardrail, and Ray Sullivan hits a Gary after the DDT. That tremendous athleticism by the two-time All-American, and a message with a second. Kamau had that one well scouted. What a clothesline.
Count of 6, 7 here. They're going to have to get back in the ring, and they do.
Kamau with that amazing speed.
Going for a pin.
1, not even a 2.
Apparently at one point in Kamau's life, he worked on a safari.
Oof.
Oh, big.
Probably wrestled lions to get that kind of speed.
I'm starting to think that here. Did he run around with the meat?
Oh.
Incredible speed and agility has just taken Ray Sullivan right out of his game here tonight, even with Dallas Rage at ringside trying to egg him on.
I don't think I can ever remember Ray Sullivan ever being manhandled in such a way.
Oh no. Big boot to the face.
Oh, like just like that. What a backdrop by Sullivan. What an elbow. They don't call him hard time pain for nothing, Erwin.
Well, yeah, maybe seeing what the newcomer has. Seeing if that champion really has what it takes to keep it before dishing some of his own pain out. Up top.
Well, I thought
back to his feet.
I thought Sullivan might have been going there for his signature moonsault, but seemingly changed his mind.
He went for an elbow drop, but Kamau went right through the legs there.
Well, that was a tremendous counter.
Speed. Didn't quite lift Sullivan that time though.
Well, it's 250 of muscle. Good counter again though by Kamau. My God, this kid is lightning fast.
Unbelievable. Right here. After that battle only last week.
From the top rope, superplex! Jesus, what a superplex it could be. All turners down. 2.
No. Back-shattering superplex. And I think Ray Sullivan got out just before a 2 there.
Well, that just shows you the kind of... Oh, what a counter there by Sullivan. Of course, one of the best mat wrestlers in E.F.W. today, pound for pound. Kamau, though, with that speed, seems to have Ray Sullivan's number here tonight. Fireman's carry. Snake eyes.
A bit sluggish here, missed with one of his shots there. Still speedy enough to capitalise here.
Pick out powerbomb.
Oh. Kick to the sternum. Kamau.
Oh my.
What a slam.
Sidewalk slam with authority from Kamau, who might have just knocked this one out of the park. No, Ray Sullivan firing back with a left arm from the southpaw.
Eyes.
Oh. Knee smash there.
Sullivan back in control here, but we'll need to pull out something big.
Oh, wait a minute. I know what that is. Speaking of something big, it's a banded gut wrench suplex. Look at that power by Ray Sullivan. 236 pounds from the ground.
Going back up to the top rope once more.
Oh, there it is. Oh, he missed. The beautiful moonsault missed completely. Kamau rolled out the way. Sullivan recovered quicker than Kamau expected. Kamau, DDT!
Spiking Ray Sullivan's head into the mat.
Jesus,
and once again with that spiral sidewalk slam.
Dear gods! A flurry of fury from both Kamau and Ray Sullivan.
Oh, but Ray Sullivan again fighting back here.
What a match!
What a match indeed. The European champion fighting back.
Determinedly.
Sullivan
Does not want Ray Sullivan to get a shot at the gold. Oh!
That could be it.
1, 2... Yes!
Killer Kamau continues his reign. What a match that was though. Ray Sullivan coming back here and there, but it just wasn't enough to put the champion off here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, and how shocking was that, Erwin? How many times have we seen Ray Sullivan manhandled for periods like he was in that match tonight? Missed with the moonsault, a turning point. Kamau timed the counter perfectly, and again another spiral sidewalk slam, and finally the swing around DDT to put the period into the sentence. Here we go. Kamau officially now one of the big boys, I think, in E.F.W. What a find.
Yeah, after a performance like that, I think there's no doubt he is well deserving of that championship. Incredible stuff.
Well, no one can say it's a fluke now.
Well, here's the flip side. People that really do need to prove themselves here in E.F.W. Two of the newcomers that I do keep arguing in their favour. They have been thrown into multi-person matches and have not had that chance to actually show their talent one-on-one and kind of get used to things here. It seems once again the voice has been heard.
And tonight Vampira will face Crash Cameron in ironically both these ladies' first singles match here in E.F.W. There's no excuses now, Erwin.
No, I mean, one of them's going to have to lose, but I think if we see something like what we just saw, then there'll be no doubt that both of them deserve to stay. If we see a squash here, well, Adrian Goldman's not going to favour the loser, let's put it that way.
I think there've been questions about Crash Cameron already. No disrespect to that young lady, the bizarre one,
eliminated
Vampira.
in 2 battle royales now. But again, not had this one-on-one opportunity. She finally gets here tonight.
Could be a great matchup.
Very interesting women. Let's not get it wrong. I mean, Vampira's look very unique.
Yeah, Mary Poppins meets Sweeney Todd. Vampira, 5'8", 150 pounds, from Prague, Czech Republic, in their first ever singles match in E.F.W. with a point to prove here against the plucky but unsuccessful so far Crash Cameron.
One of your findings from your world trip to recruit some new talent.
Well, yeah, Vampira, I mean, she was an archaeology student in her youth. I know that much. Her athletic background was at university. I mean, it was an academic scholarship, but studied archaeology and architecture. So Prague, the perfect place to be for that young lady. Very intelligent, 2 degrees to her name, but undoubtedly a unique style.
Equally unique would be Crash Cameron, asked personally for when she comes down to the ring to have this black and white filter put on for the folks watching around the world.
Crash Cameron specifically requested this effect in her contract for when she signed with E.F.W. This, believe it or not, Erwin, was a deal breaker. 5'2", 110 pounds. Crash Cameron, originally from Beirut, Lebanon, and bearing in mind as well, Erwin, that a lot of these ladies mentioning that contract stipulation had already title shots or title opportunities written into their contract because they were so well sought after independent talents, and because E.F.W. wanted to secure their signatures, those requests, those demands were essentially granted. Crash Cameron, who's been eliminated twice in 2 battle royals and yet to gain so much as any offense, never mind a win, is failing to cash in the checks that her reputation demanded.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely has the most to prove in this match, I would say. But again, Vampira without any wins either. This could be interesting.
Well, Vampira already has kind of a cult following on the European indie circuit. Crash Cameron, never been particularly liked by anyone. Both these ladies. Oh, what an electric chair. What a way to start that match from Vampira after the hard left hand.
Perhaps seeing Crash Cameron as that easy target right now. Oh, her confidence got to be rocked from her results in these matches so far.
You'd have to believe so. Oh, what a bulldog. Coming into the company and being touted as one of the hottest women prospects in indie wrestling. And then going on a 2-match losing streak as you enter the company is not going to help anyone's confidence. A patented GB8 net wrench there by Cameron.
Trying to come back in, very early pin, perhaps way too early, yes it is.
Trying to put some pressure on Vampira, but you're right, maybe shades of desperation there by Crash Cameron. Want to try and get this one over quick. Vampira still somewhat of an unknown force here. Oh, big elbow.
High risk pays off. Cameron trying to get the audience behind her.
Not getting much luck. The bubblegum pig definitely does not help her situation. Oh, wait a minute.
Glory buster.
Beautiful.
Well, that's old school to say the least, but
shades of Super Tornado.
Vampira fighting back.
Gut wrench there by Vampira.
Decided not to use high risk herself, goes for a knee to the face instead. But Cameron is returning, is still responding to the call of Vampira.
The arm drag there by Cameron. Still trying to fight back against the resilient Vampira. Oh, looks like she's in a Swedish heavy metal band.
Oh, hang on a second.
Oh, what a counter! What strength by Cameron!
Word!
Counters what looked like to be a Hurricane Rana into that power bomb with relative ease. And bear in mind as well, Erwin, that Vampira is 40 pounds heavier than Crash Cameron. Yeah, it was a tremendous counter by the young lady.
Only slightly taller and heavier than Green Girl Dynamite. We've often called that as Green Girl Dynamite's disadvantage.
Absolutely not seen Dynamite much in the last few weeks, but we are expecting to see her some point this week in the E.F.W. A few chops there by Vampira, of course. Dynamite nursing a bit of a shoulder injury as of late.
Vampira now deciding high risk is due. Oh, but it didn't pay off. That front drop kick countered by Crash Cameron there.
That bat swings well and truly clipped there by Crash Cameron, who's impressing a lot of folks in the back right now. I can tell you that with this response.
Vampira suplex.
Vampira though knows this is a perfect opportunity to showcase her own unique talents.
Beautiful standing moonsault.
Beautiful indeed. What a shot to Cameron. After those 2 flurry of high impact maneuvers, Vampira has took control once again. On the shoulders goes Cameron. Tilt-a-whirl. You don't see this one every day. Slam. Beautiful.
But
Cameron counters. Off.
Oh, step up enziguri. Utilising that knee of Vampira against her. Oh, wait, jawbreaker.
Big jawbreaker.
Double underhooks.
Oh, no.
Oh, what a pile driver.
Dear God.
The stake right there.
Reverse double underhook pile driver, and that has to be it.
No! Cameron knows how important it is for her to get a win here.
What a 2.9. Cameron fighting with everything she has. What an arm drag there. Oh, and a DDT.
Both of these women proving why they are here in E.F.W.
Absolutely.
Here tonight.
You don't call your kid Crash for no good reason. Middle rope. Oh, misses with a drop kick though. Vampira sidestepping it almost like she wasn't there. A phantom in the wind over the top rope. Goes Vampira.
Oh, Cameron wasting a bit of time there. Vampira got back in. Back and forth here between these two.
Oh, crucifix.
Crash Cameron back on the attack. Oh, cartwheel, leg drop.
1, 2. No.
Vampira kicks out. Well, neither
Close.
of these two.
Close call. Cameron.
Neither of these two wanting to lose here. Just so much to show, but you're going to hope that one of these doesn't put the other one out of a career in doing so.
Well, yeah, both ladies seem to be so determined not to lose another match. They're going all out here to keep each other down. Injuries are going to start racking up.
Cameron finally slowing the pace a little here.
That submission. That knee into the spine. Big elbow. Into the corner.
Here.
DDT by Vampira. Goes to the pin again. Turn us down.
Time.
1, 2. No!
I thought that was it, that tornado DDT out of the corner, but Crash Cameron still has something left.
How close was that? Close but no cigar. That taunt by Vampira, not the wisest idea considering the kind of resilience Crash Cameron has shown tonight. What a sweep! Stalks the prey once again. Vampira looking to finish this thing. Oh, what a counter! Classic mat wrestling there by Crash Cameron, going back to the basics. Bridge, Northern Lights suplex, beautiful suplex.
Vampira again fighting back with a jawbreaker and a
hard lariat.
Decapitating lariat.
Oh! Decapitating might be right. I'm not sure if Crash Cameron knows where she's at after that shot.
Turner clearly showing a bit of concern there. Oh, elbows to the head, keeping her disorientated here. That could be it.
Going for a pin again. Could be enough to wear her down. No!
The brutal offense to the head was not enough.
No, it was not. Bob Turner, of course, the Aldi of referees here, keeping a close eye on things.
Draped along the middle rope there, moved quickly before Cameron could do anything.
Yeah, and again, that tilt-a-whirl by Vampira. Oh!
Spin slam. And another standing moonsault.
Now, surely now, middle of the ring. This is Vampira's moment. Perhaps she'll have gone for a pin there. Went again for some more head trauma. Good old-fashioned head trauma. This time, however, Cameron reverses well. Arm drag by Vampira, who I think may pin Cameron to the post with speed. Oh my God!
Oh, and again!
What a shot!
Two
chop!
huge chops to the chest of Cameron, and she still kicks out.
Well, those knife hand chops, knife hand being the key words there for Vampira, were not enough to keep Crash Cameron down, whose resilience has gone up a notch here tonight, Erwin.
Oh, kick to the face.
Oh! Dragged by the hair into the corner.
Looked like a hair toss to me, but Bob Turner knows that that's okay in E.F.W rulings. Vampira. Oh,
armbar, excuse me, and
I
this
think
time
the legs were there though. I think the legs just got under.
Plus, I think a left leg was just under the bottom rope. What a drop kick there. That was frustration by Vampira. Again, this time on the ropes. Hasn't seen it. No! Cameron had the rope. Cameron had the rope.
He's blind as a bat, if you ask me. He did not see the hand on the rope.
Well, the RD officials have struck again here in E.F.W. A clear hand on the bottom rope.
Cameron not getting the victory. A hard-fought match nonetheless. What a shame for it to end that way.
Oh yeah, a tremendous showing of talent by both ladies here, Erwin, and Crash Cameron clearly had the hand on the bottom rope. The count should have been broken. Turner somehow did not see it. And Vampira has won her first ever singles match here in E.F.W. Crash Cameron's losing streak, despite a valiant effort, continues.
Yeah, arguably she didn't lose, but she didn't win. The referee did not see something he should have called. I imagine Adrian Goldman not happy about that, but nonetheless the night will continue.
Well, I'm pretty sure that we can't do anything about it, because I'm pretty sure Mike's got the night off, Erwin, so...
Well...
Or he's handling my my duties in talent relations, one of the two, the man of many hats.
Well...
Mike Shazova.
TLC Fatal 4-way up next to determine the E.F.W Women's #1 contender here tonight.
Well, yeah, it should be a hellacious match, a fatal 4-way. TLC, as you quite rightly said, Dave Duran, Laura Lopez, Taryn Harvey, and Elizabeth Dondelinger. It's every woman for herself, and only one of these women will come out of this one quite the same. And with that E.F.W Women's Championship #1 contendership on the line, just to sweeten the deal, I'm going to put you right on the spot on this one, Erwin. Who's your pick between these four ladies?
Well, my question would be who I'd want to see face Riley Patterson the most. I think Durand would be an interesting rematch. Of course, it was a steel cage match. Any other type of match may have a different result between those two.
It's very true. Of course, Patterson, no stranger to the steel, the traditional rage in the cage. Been a stalwart of E.F.W since the beginning. It's very rare that we have a show without a cage match. I mean, this is almost a unique show here tonight, Erwin.
Yeah, you're right there. They never know, they might make up for it on Destruction tomorrow.
Just all be cage matches, who knows? Never say never in E.F.W.
Surprise me.
Dave Duran, 5'8", 141 pounds, from Paris, France, and already Erwin, and former E.F.W Women's Champion.
An incredible win on her third match in the company. Could not retain it against Riley Patterson in that steel cage match.
Well, I mean, to win a title is one thing, Erwin. To retain it, as you know, is entirely something different. Was this a flash in the pan for Duran, or is she the real thing?
Well, no, I think she can go in that ring. I think she was just outsmarted by Riley Patterson that night. I'm not sure if she can beat Patterson, but I think she is a force to be reckoned with nonetheless. And I think a rematch between them in different circumstances would be more of a way to determine that. I mean, Riley Patterson did not win by pinfall or submission, she won by leaving the cage. A unique stipulation for the steel cage match.
It's a good point. Good point. Well, I'm sure a lot of people would like to see that rematch happen. She truly is the better woman. Dea Durant, however, has to get past 3 other ladies to make that happen. Laura Lopez, 6'6", excuse me, 260 pounds, from Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Another newcomer who has had brilliant success here. I mean, she's won 2 battle royales. I mean, those 2 that Crash Cameron was eliminated from first. This was the last woman in the ring in both of those matches.
Another great point, Owen. Laura Lopez seems to become a battle royal specialist, which may help her here in another multi-woman match.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's TLC. She'll arguably have less distance to climb, or at least an easier view of those clasps.
Well, yeah, 6'6", undoubtedly the tallest woman in this match by some way. Laura Lopez, a former dancer in Buenos Aires, ballet and tap, before committing to a life of sport here. Dea Durant, would you believe her, was a former model in France before she got into wrestling.
All of them with very interesting backgrounds. It's always interesting to see what's led people to choose a career in that ring. Well, I think there's no question as to what led Taryn Harvey into that ring, the sheer force that she's been.
Well, yeah, Taryn Harvey, 5'7", 150 pounds from Staten Island, New York. I think prison forced her into the ring. To be perfectly frank, I can't confirm that. I've never had the wontons to ask the gangster about this lady, but she scares me, Owen. I know that much.
Well, that's it. She's had a past knowledge of Tyler York and the gangster before coming in here. Rumour that she was once on the police force. Well, she has certainly been a force in that ring.
Well, I do know she was a former Texas Ranger, Owen. I know that much in the past. I mean, she could have also been a police officer as well. I've yet to have that confirmed, but it is undoubtable that Taryn Harvey and the gangster and Tyler York did cross paths many moons ago in an official capacity. Now, we can't speculate any more than that, but it's certain that those 3 people are interlinked in some way. And here's one of my favourites, Erwin.
Oh, an incredible, more local talent, if you will.
And let's just remember what kind of streak this young lady has had in E.F.W. in singles competition. I believe she's only lost 2 matches.
Oh, an impeccable start. I mean, arguably has never been put in as many top spots as she's deserved. But this is definitely one of them.
Yeah, I think this match is a response to that. The criticism from some of the E.F.W. faithful that Elizabeth Dondelinger has not received as many opportunities as some of the other stalwart women here in E.F.W. 5'10" and 150 pounds, Elizabeth Dondelinger from Leeds, England, and of course trained by the legendary William Regal, Owen.
And would normally be the one to tower over opponents in E.F.W. here until recently, with the addition of Lopez and Wallace.
There's 8 inches difference between Lopez and Dondelinger, Owen. That is insane.
Incredible. See the ladders ready on the outside. TLC rules. You have to free that briefcase with the contract inside to earn that #1 contendership spot.
2 technical wrestlers, 2 arguable high flyers. I mean, it's anyone's game, this one. Harvey and Duran on the outside.
Oh, what a bulldog!
Oh, Dondelinger and Lopez on the in.
Dondelinger already quick to take the feet out from underneath Lopez. A wise tactic. Finds a chair. Blocked by Lopez.
Unable to use it though. Oh, backdrop there by Lopez.
Legs clattering off that chair that she'd introduced. Perhaps a bad idea there by Dondelinger. Taryn Harvey and Dea Durand going back and forth on the outside in the meantime.
And of course, the rope break means nothing today. Extreme Rules. Everything that Harvey and Duran do to each other on the outside, perfectly legal.
Yeah, the only way to end this is to grab that briefcase.
Lopez with the old grounded pound now on Elizabeth Dondelinger in the centre of the ring. Oh, picks up the strong style specialist, counter door by Dondelinger, inverted DDT, fighting back. Push it on the outside, oh, powerbomb by Harvey. My God, what a powerbomb.
Gigantic powerbomb. May have taken Durand out of this match.
Planning DDT by Dondelinger onto Lopez on the inside. Still no weapons really utilised, as Dondelinger had that chair ripped from her hands early on in this match.
Durand backstepping away from Taryn, but she finally caught up.
Right next to that chair that Dondelinger was disposed of before.
And that table, also a dangerous utensil in this match. Oh, Duran with a backdrop. Lopez waiting for Dondelinger to get up. Oh, took her down with a huge chop.
Hard strikes by all four competitors. What an enziguri by Dondelinger.
Oh, there Duran with a backdrop. Taryn Harvey's head colliding with it, collapsing it a little, but not all the way. Duran going up top. I'm not sure how wise this is. Oh no!
Oh dear
Knee
Lord.
smash right off the top rope to the outside. Meanwhile, Dondelinger's going crazy with that steel chair on Laura Lopez.
Wait a minute. No. Big. Oh no. Changed her mind. Lopez, I thought, was going for the chair.
I thought she was going to throw her out for a second there too, but it's snake eyes instead. Now going for a beatdown in the corner.
Well, perhaps she wants to keep I would say the hot favourite in this match, certainly the most experienced lady in this match, Elizabeth Dondelinger. How bizarre is it to say that early in?
Well, yeah, and I mean, perhaps for the first time in this match, the ladders are being considered here. Taryn Harvey.
Well, that's not the kind of woman I would want to give a steel ladder to.
No, definitely not. I won't want to give them to any one of these, to be fair. Laura Lopez keenly focused on Dondelinger here.
Yeah, Lopez and Dondelinger have battled sporadically through this match, but Lopez now seemingly quite happy to take a breath and let Harvey and Duran pick up the pieces of what's left. There's a lady from Leeds here, Elizabeth Dondelinger, who looks like she is in trouble.
Oh, as is Taryn Harvey, thrown across the outside there.
Oh, what a shot!
Strike.
What a right hand by Dondelinger,
Nothing
nothing fancy
right
about that.
The rungs of the ladder there, in the openings, catching off Laura Lopez, who thought she was going to have it blocked with a ladder.
Well, Lopez block out. Oh, Lord, what a suplex right on the stairs.
Meanwhile, Durand has found another set of ladders. Is looking to climb, hasn't seen Harvey.
Right on those steel steps.
Harvey
the
quickly
body
following
of
her up.
Dondelinger. Good call there with Harvey and Duran out battling on that ladder. Lopez door.
Can she do it? Yes! Oh my word!
Carnage!
Harvey and Duran flying off the top of that ladder.
Absolute carnage.
Dondelinger with a drop toe hold. Lopez rolling out of the ring. Duran trying to find her feet. Dondelinger trying to set up the ladder. Does, but not happy with the position.
Oh! What a shot by Dondelinger.
Perhaps Duran got into her feet, just striking her with that ladder. Going once again for that briefcase.
Those Trisky clasps. This one could be far from over. Duran now has a tremendous speed to follow model, showing a toughness there, throwing Dondelinger right off the ladder. Harvey follows suit to Duran. Oh, what a shot there. A kick right to the sternum.
Taryn Harvey up to the middle rope.
High risk.
Durand in a worrying position, so near that ladder.
High impact, misses with the shoulder. What a sidestep by Duran. Tremendous steal. Speed, excuse me,
Lopez
from the French
in.
lady. Oh. Big club by Lopez.
Duran getting up enough to catch that briefcase.
Well, there's no cheese-eating or surrender from Dave Duran tonight.
Sending Lopez over the top rope, but Harvey's up there trying to get that briefcase. Stopped by Duran, shot to the gut.
Tremendous. I mean, the blistering speed of Dave Duran is something to admire.
Back and forth on top of the ladder here. Who's gonna fall?
Flying forearms from both ladies. Harvey finally, predictably perhaps, gets the better of Dave Duran.
Harvey with some time with that belt, with that briefcase, excuse me.
You would not want to get into a fist fight with Tara and Harvey.
Realizing. Oh, Harvey is hanging.
Powerbomb by Dondelinger. Drags her off that briefcase to Harvey. What a shot on the ladder by Lopez. Dondelinger misses out the second shot. Rolls out the second shot, should I say.
Lopez deciding she might have enough time. Slowly climbing that ladder though, allowing Dondelinger to get back to her feet.
Well, clubbing down.
Again, look at Lopez, she has got a good view.
At Lopez, yes she does, a very good view of that briefcase, of those clasps. Dondelinger may have to do more here, the chop blocks finally.
Dove down the ladder, look at that speed!
Lord! Well, she can be quick when she wants to be, there's no doubt about that.
Literally dove down the ladder, kicking it at the same time, catching it, falling and driving it into Elizabeth Dondelinger. I've never seen anything quite like that.
Face first. Dondelinger somehow, someway back up. Fighting again, fighting for her life.
Oh, topples Laura Lopez, going for the briefcase herself. Taryn Harvey back in the ring though. Can't quite get to the ladder because of Lopez. Needs to hop over her, needs to do it quick.
Yeah, Dondelinger has stole more than one of these TLC matches before.
Oh, and she's just
done it
done
again.
Another.
Harvey wasn't quick enough. Dondelinger taking advantage of those clasps that had already been loosened by the tall Laura Lopez, but it's Elizabeth Dondelinger who stands with a briefcase in hand tonight.
And Elizabeth Dondelinger versus Riley Patterson is most certainly going to make for an interesting women's championship match.
What a match that should be, Owen.
What a match the next match should be.
Yes, for only the second time ever in E.F.W. history, we're going to have a 6-man elimination chamber to determine the #1 contender for Crazy Hammer's E.F.W. World Heavyweight Champion. It will be Jerry Buckley, Bruce Brown, Isaac Thompson, Haku Ross, The Crow, and of course the former E.F.W. World Heavyweight Champion, Snake, all compete tonight to face the current champion who has the night off tonight, Crazy Hammer, who you can better believe, Owen, will be watching this one with close intent tonight.
Yeah, the fans in the arena now quickly making their way to the other room and filling the seats there. Of course, the elimination chamber, one of many of the rooms here in the compound, remains set up for some reason. I think it's just training I hope it's training purposes.
I think it's just Adrian Goldman being Adrian Goldman. He just likes to prepare for every circumstance, and he has done tonight. Our ring crew here doing a fantastic job of setting up the elimination chamber stage.
Of course, one of the most sinister structures imaginable.
Oh, absolutely, one of the most sinister structures in professional wrestling today, no question about that. We thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take this opportunity as we are getting this set up to thank you for joining us live here tonight from our spiritual home in the compound.
Yeah, we want to thank you for wherever you're watching this live stream from. I don't want to be one of those people to say like, comment and subscribe, but if you want to, go ahead as we move into our main event of the night.
Who'd have thunk it? You actually doing a legitimate plug like a real broadcast.
I'm trying not to.
If I didn't know any better, Owen, I'd say you were starting to enjoy yourself.
Well, for the #1 contendership Bruce Brown arguably has the biggest opportunity of his career here so far.
Oh, I think undoubtedly Bruce Brown has been on, well, they call him the Scottish Spinebuster, and for good reason.
Undefeated as of yet.
Absolutely, that's a great point. A 12-year veteran already, Bruce Brown, 5'10" and 330 pounds from Edinburgh, Scotland. Certainly no slouch, one of the best UK indie talents around before signing for E.F.W. And that Spinebuster, shades of double A, Owen, is an absolute game changer.
Yeah, I mean, that well and truly is a finisher. A devastating spinebuster, excuse me, from the Scottish Spinebreaker, Bruce Brown. One of the luckier ones that finds himself in one of the pods. And well, the former champion seems to be the second one to enter a pod here tonight.
Well, yeah, Snake, who generally likes to keep his audience waiting, is wasting no time tonight.
Lights dimming here. Can't
Not
see
a blackout. Can't read my notes, but you don't need them for a man like this. Snake, 6'1", 250 pounds, Brooklyn, New York. Former European champion, former E.F.W. World Heavyweight Champion, and you have to admit, Erwin, that was a mixed response from the E.F.W. faithful. They recognise talent.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but he doesn't look so happy without that belt around his waist, that I do know. Again,
very interesting.
Getting to enter a pod.
You have to ask yourself as well, Owen, with Snake running double duty for so long, both in EFW and NEW, if he loses this match tonight, will this be his last match in EFW? How much longer can a 17-year veteran work in a developmental territory?
That's a very good question. Unsuccessful in his TV rankings in NEW as well of late. Gotta wonder what's going through the mind of Snake at this moment in time. Clearly has been a lot more focused on Magnum Opus.
Danger perhaps of the mastermind spreading himself too thin.
Well, a former European champion also finds himself in this match, and also finds himself in one of the pods.
Yes, the Crow, 6 foot, 370 pounds. I think, by my reckoning, the heaviest man in this matchup. Erwin, I mean, still from parts unknown, we know very little to nothing about this kid. We know he was trained by the Reaper, and that's about as far as it goes. Of course, you're quite right in saying he is a former European champion already here in EFW.
Defeated by Kamal in an incredible Iron Man match.
Oh yeah, Crow did not go down easy, but you know, Erwin, you know, you've seen it for yourself, so have I many times, that the Reaper does not tolerate failure on any level. Crow would have been disciplined, and disciplined hard by his master for that loss of the European gold, which was the only piece of gold aside from Reaper's titles himself that End Times held, Erwin.
Well, yeah, that's true, but at the same time has a huge opportunity here to grab a title that would essentially give him more leverage to get over to the big leagues and join the rest of End Times in the destruction they're causing. They've
been in a bit of a mixed run of form as of late, End Times. The addition of Crow would certainly help their numbers and their chances. A very, very talented young man.
Well, I know this guy is one of your favourites. Of course, one of the 3 EOD members now.
Yes, and here he is, Haku Ross, 6'5", 350 pounds, originally from Haiti, the army brat, fluent in 5 languages, lived all over the world. college friend of Ray Sullivan and proud member, it seems, of EOD. This powerhouse is keeping the faith with Hard Time Pain. 20 plus year relationship with those guys, Erwin.
Yeah, of course, Ray Sullivan not successful in his hard fought bout here tonight. Haku Ross looking for the big one, looking for an opportunity at it anyway in E.F.W.
You have to believe that if Haku wins this match and becomes #1 contender for Crazy Hammer's title, then the power shift would change dramatically in EOD.
And I believe Haku Ross has beaten Crazy Hammer before, so that's got to be playing on the mind of Crazy Hammer as he watches this. All these people that have in the past beat him, some that have not. He'll be watching closely to see who his opponent's going to be before getting to those tapes. Crazy Hammer is meticulous in his research on his opponents.
Yeah, he doesn't waste any time in getting to know who he's fighting. Crazy Hammer, the New Japan veteran, believes in the art of war. To no one's enemy.
Well, the 4 for the pods have been determined, which means this
Jerry
man,
Buckley. Well, 5'11", 220 from Hollywood, California, a former tag team champion, NEW tag team champion. Well, what could be said about Jerry Buckley's recent run of form? What could be said about his attitude towards being inside E.F.W? And he stands one match away, Erwin, from a World Heavyweight Championship shot. That doesn't seem like a bad deal to me.
no, not at all. I mean, of course, kicked out of the NEW and put in EFW for that 10 losses in a row. Not impressing Adrian Goldman, of course. They used to run as TMDC, in which Jerry Buckley did get that tag team championship run. 70 days that he held that belt for.
Well, as you say, and obviously no favouritism shown whatsoever to Jerry Buckley by our CEO. You see
Stare down between him and Haku there.
And here he is, Isaac Thompson. And what a name he made for himself in the last Elimination Chamber, Erwin. 6'4" and 259 pounds from Bucharest, Romania. The Elimination Chamber veteran here in EFW. I think I'm right in saying, Erwin, he's the only man in this match who was in the last Elimination Chamber.
I think so. I mean, it'll be an interesting one as well. Isaac Thompson and Jerry Buckley kicking things off.
Snake in that match, the last Elimination Chamber.
I'm not sure if he was in the last one. He may have been.
Well, answers on a postcard, if you can tell us. I'm sure that'd be one from the Stat Monkeys. Isaac Thompson was definitely there. And Isaac Thompson was a whisper away from becoming the EFW champion once before.
Bob Turner, of course, watching this on the rampway. You saw a shot of him there. He will not be getting in the ring with these madmen, as far as I'm aware.
Who can blame him?
Oh no, he is. Oh dear God. Well,
Well,
Bob
the bell
Turner
is
could
wrong.
be in for a rough night.
Perhaps this is punishment for his earlier mistakes in that women's singles.
Perhaps
What a snap
so.
suplex by Buckley to start this one off against Thompson. Old Red Boots himself, Jerry Buckley. Oh,
DDT.
double arm DDT early on there in this one.
Breaker.
And all the damage that Jerry Buckley can do to Isaac Thompson now will stand him in good stead once all of these men are in that ring, Erwin. If you take one of the biggest guys out of the equation early on, well, your chances have just increased fivefold.
Well, yeah, that's it. I mean,
Oh, what a drop kick from the middle rope.
one of these two, essentially at the moment, it's Buckley. Will have to work fast in the early goings here before that extra person sets in, because then it just gets a whole lot harder. We're about to find out who it is.
Well, our first few minutes of action, is definitely gone to Buckley.
Ross
it's
is
Haku.
in.
Well, Jerry Buckley, with that stare down to Haku Ross earlier on, has gone straight for the EOD member.
No idea what's gone on between those two.
No, maybe some backstage politics, who knows. Haku, though, certainly Not taking any of... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, some hard shots there by Buckley to Haku. My word.
Yeah, I think Haku Ross was having some kind of argument with Isaac Thompson. Caught off guard for a moment there. Buckley taking full advantage.
Leg sweep. Or perhaps Buckley. Oh, my word. Scoop slam.
Against the ropes.
Or perhaps Buckley and Thompson, who have earned their stripes, do not believe Haku has earned his, still relatively a new member of the E.F.W. locker room.
The white flashes once more. Who's it going to be next? It's Snake.
Snake, the fourth man in. The former E.F.W. World Heavyweight Champion is in. Goes right for Haku.
Interesting decision there with the Death Valley driver.
What a way to kick off his offense there.
And then turning his focus to Isaac Thompson.
Those two men, no strangers. What a snap suplex by the veteran.
And Ross spilling on the outside here.
Well, I think Snake knows how important the E.F.W. title was to Magnum Opus.
Backdrop on the steel. Chop block from Isaac Thompson, cutting off the offensive Snake.
Oh dear Lord.
Snake going for an early pin. Only a 1 on Isaac Thompson. Another countdown begins. And it's down to Bruce Brown and Crow to enter now. You gotta think whoever it doesn't land on is going to have a big advantage in this match.
Absolutely, what a guillotine there.
Brown is in.
Oh, Bruce Brown, the Scottish spinebuster, the 5th man, which means the Crow. The Crow will be the last man to enter. That's surely bad news for everybody else, Erwin.
Yeah, I mean, former European champion, seemingly unbeatable until he came across Kamau. Oh, look at this, Bruce Brown with a Boston Crab on Jerry Buckley.
Well, what a submission there by Bruce Brown.
Can't keep it held though, Buckley fighting free. Of course, those two had a huge Ironman match that ended in a draw, the only non-victory of Bruce Brown's career here so far.
Well, I think we'd all love to see a rematch as well between those two.
Oh yeah, it was an incredible match, and now 5 seconds remain before Crow finds himself in this match, and all 6 men are now in.
Crow enters. No spotlight this time, none needed. Jawbreaker by Haku in the middle of the ring. Excuse me, by Buckley in the middle of the ring. Thompson, Snake and Haku on the outside. Stevenson has joined them. Throws Thompson back into the ring, and Crow taking his time about it.
Oh,
finally enters the fray.
Bruce Brown there.
Yeah, Bruce Brown. He's got a spinebuster going right for the Crow here.
On the top rope. Oh wait. Crow pushing Brown away.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, collided with Jerry Buckley there.
Got slingshot there by Haku to Snake right into the steel. Oh my God, what a clothesline by the former champion.
Chaos and pandemonium in the ring. Isaac Thompson being taken up. Oh wait, Jerry Buckley wanting a piece of Crow now. Oh, what a gutbuster. Chaos on the outside between Ross and Snake. Oh, who's going up to the top rope.
Oh, senton splash by Snake onto Haku. Kick to the sternum as well by a 7-time world champion.
Meanwhile, Bruce Brown is taking it to Isaac Thompson, and Jerry Buckley is taking it to Crow. Which is almost a statement I wouldn't expect. Jerry Buckley, of course, not
Brown
been
there
on
with
the
a pin on the inside. No, Thompson kicks out after 2. 2.5. Bruce
pin
Brown
going on by Buckley
away.
on the outside.
2.
No. Crow kicks out this time.
Well, you have to believe if Bruce hadn't gone for that pin there, that could have been all for Crow.
Oh. Yeah, buying him some time while Jerry Buckley had him pinned.
Oh my word, inverted. Oh no, counter there by Brown. Countered the DDT into a modified scoop slam. Oh, what a DDT by Snake onto Haku.
Crow and Buckley going at it on the steel here. Russian leg sweep.
Dear sweet. Every time I see a move on that steel, I just flinch. A spine is not designed to connect with something so unforgiving.
Me. Sheer offense everywhere. Buckley thrown back in the ring.
Yeah, Brown and Thompson now brawling. Snake has busted wide open Haku Ross. And after a series of DDTs goes for a pin. Yes! No!
Only a 2. Bruce Brown fighting on as well. All 6 men back in the ring here. Jawbreaker from Jerry Buckley to Crow. And a lariat.
Hard lariat by Buckley, hard inverted DDT by Snake, and a vicious gut wrench suplex by Bruce Brown onto Isaac Thompson. My God, what a move.
Oh, and a drop kick from Snake, but look at that, must have spent all his energy, couldn't get back up after it.
Well,
brutal match this has been.
Snake has got many years on all of these other competitors, but was crawled over to Haku to every opportunity. Saw Haku down. No, 2.9 again. Haku barely kicks out. Snake can't believe it.
Oh, and Bruce Brown with a backslide driver to Crow. Oh. Isaac Thompson eliminating a down Jerry Buckley. Going for Crow now, who's still down, but not even a 1 kicked out.
Not even a 1. Crow survives. Jerry Buckley didn't. And we are down to 5. Kick out by Haku from Snake. Haku still refusing to die here. What a big boot by Thompson to Bruce Brown, who felt that one. Those two powerhouses have been going at it for quite some time here. Crow finally starting to regain his senses from what a bulldog.
And for some reason breaking up the pin there. Not sure.
Well, remember, Erwin, the Reaper won't just want victory, he will want a conclusive victory.
Snake coming out of a short coma there. Goes for Crow.
Pick the veteran playing bottom once again there.
Oh, a backdrop to Crow. Right off the top rope.
Oh, breaker by Brown onto Haku. Bruce Brown with a pin. Turner 2. No!
A bust open Haku, still ever defiant here.
Haku will not stay down, Erwin.
Caught the foot of Snake. Oh, what a
Takuri!
Surely he can't take much more.
Didn't catch the other. Drop. But again, the former champion.
Crow now looking to utilise Snake's handiwork there.
No!
Snake looking.
If once doesn't succeed, now 2 again. Double team the bitch.
Oh! And Crow just taking down both of them. Oh wait, Haku Ross!
Oh my, the spy buster by Haku!
Back out of nowhere.
Bruce Brown and Thompson still on the outside, fighting on the steel.
Choke slam!
What a choke slam by Haku!
The former European champion could be out of it right
2.
there.
Bye-bye! Crow is out. Haku is still alive somehow after that hellacious choke slam to Crow.
Brown back in the ring.
What will the Reaper say to his protege now?
Yeah, you've got to wonder. An upsetting
Snap
loss there
suplex by Snake,
Demon.
goes for the pin immediately on Haku. 2.
Only
No!
a 2.
Kick out after a suplex on the steel.
Oh, Bruce Brown didn't manage to connect with the clothesline. Gets a huge fist by Thompson, going for the pin. But no, Bruce Brown isn't giving up.
That crushing knee by Snake to Haku, not enough. Oh, a big leg drop. Right over the windpipe of Haku. Just for good measure.
Thompson, Samoan drop. Those two have almost been focused on each other throughout this match.
Well, Isaac Thompson and Snake, they're completely ignoring each other and going for the opposite man. Isaac Thompson going for Haku, and now Snake for the first time.
Oh! Haku caught him with a sling blade on the outside.
Haku will not stay down, Owen. How much blood has this man lost? One of the toughest men in the E.F.W locker room. Blood pouring down his face, sharpshooter.
And he submits. Isaac Thompson has submitted, but Snake is right there for Haku. He knew. He was ready for him.
It
sends him back in the ring.
Countered. In tremendous fashion, Haku that seemingly will not be denied. Thompson has gone. Snake has survived, but only just.
Thompson, that delirious, trying to get out of the cell the wrong way. Oh, look at this! Sunset flip powerbomb from Bruce Brown.
Tremendous athleticism from the big Scotsman.
Countered by Haku.
Roll up.
No, reversal again.
Two.
Oh, and a kick out in the nick of time.
My God, what a match.
Ross with an elbow. Oh my word, what a lariat from Snake.
Hard lariat to Haku.
Backside driver though, walked right into that one.
Didn't have chance to respond after the lariat. Could be enough to keep the ex-champ. No! What a kick out!
My word, I'm surprised Snake's still conscious after that. Haku draped on the
by the former champion.
Drop kick.
Beautiful drop kick by Snake. Goes for a pin. Turn us down. Two.
No! Bruce Brown somehow still in this. Haku Ross trying to decide whether to involve himself in this battle or not.
Snake.
Oh, super kick.
Better drive. Better kick. There we are. Two. Yes.
Oh, finally.
That super kick from
valiant
nowhere.
effort from the Scottish spinebreaker. He is eliminated, and it's down to Haku Ross and Snake for #1 contendership for that E.F.W title.
Well, a knee to the spine, a club across the chest, right into the heart of Haku. And Snake now standing his ground.
Could it possibly end as Snake going on to face his nemesis once more? Or is Haku Ross going to pull something out here? What an enziguri
from the rope. Tremendous athleticism. Snake seemingly finding another gear, misses with that elbow.
And Ross has been bleeding for a long time in this match. Oh wait, counter
Haku. Suplex. Oh, wait a minute, no.
This put out Crow.
Can
it put out Snake?
The edge is nine. We're gonna do #1 contender 2. Yes! Haku Ross.
But you've gotta wonder what condition he's gonna be in to face him after that brutal matchup right there.
I have no earthly idea. But EOD stand tall here tonight. After trials and tribulations, losses and laughters, the team everyone is questioning right now holds a #1 contendership for the E.F.W World Heavyweight Championship in the bag. What a match, Owen. What a night.
Incredible stuff, and of course we will be back tomorrow with Destruction, and you can bet it's just going to be as insane. Look at all that blood. Turner checking on Haku Ross, who will have a huge opportunity.
Blooded. Massive opportunity, Owen. Sorry, blooded, battered and defiant, but victorious. What a night. Thank you for joining us. Good night.